Hello and welcome to E3 Memories from MinnMax. I'm Ben Hansen, joined by Leo Vader.
Woo!
Jeff Marchiafava.
Howdy.
Every week, over at patreon.com/MinnMax with two N's, we let everybody at the $10 tier, the Backstage Pass tier, vote for what new show we create or continue with a little format that we like to call New Show Plus. And this week, it was not exactly a landslide, but a strong predilection for people wanting us to continue E3 Memories. So we brought it back. And so for this episode, we're checking out one of the most infamous press conferences of all time, Konami 2010 E3 press conference. We're going to watch it all together, share some laughs, share some memories. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. You can always follow us on Twitch to watch these live, twitch.tv/MinnMax show. We're streaming every Tuesday at noon Central for New Show Plus, of course. Then we have MinnMax Plays, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. So every Tuesday, Sarah Pazorski's streaming. Tonight she's streaming Resident Evil Village. Then every Thursday, a cohort is streaming, rotating through. And Leo, I think you're streaming this Thursday on Twitch, yes?
Sure am.
Do you know what you're
Join
streaming
me in
yet?
the Discord today to help me figure out what I should stream.
Okay, sweet. But yeah, let us know what you want us to stream in the future, and follow on Twitch is very much appreciated, and especially a sub like Chill with Beans. Thanks so much for that. Really appreciate it. All right, should we get this show on the road, everybody?
My name is David Daniels. I'm the head of Konami US
Let us know how
Marketing.
volume is for everybody.
Thank you so much for joining the 2010 Konami
I wonder
press
what I have
conference.
seen of this.
Purely out of
I
curiosity,
have not
how many
seen this
people
full
was
thing. I've seen
here
like a
last
couple
year?
clips,
Raise
and
your
that's
hand.
about
Wow,
it.
Pretty good show.
It definitely is like a
What about
different
for,
era of
our
E3
gamers
here.
night that was a few months ago
Thanks
in
for the
San
sub. Get on my
Francisco?
swan. Appreciate it.
It feels so intimate.
I know.
That's good because this is going to be a really good show for those who've already seen some of this content. That
It's
was
basically
revealed
just
in
like a
that Gamers
small
Night.
movie theater.
And for those of you that did see
Yeah.
that, we're going
I
to
feel
have
like
an
you're going to
even
see
bigger show
people
for you
bringing
today.
down like
We have great
nachos
partners that
and
are
food
attending, some
and
distinguished
orders from a
guests,
fancy movie theater.
VIP partners, as well as retailers. But most importantly, the media's here, and we're really excited.
Jeff,
We know
you weren't
have
here
so
or
much
anything,
news
were
to
ya?
report on at this event, so we're really excited that you took time out of your day to attend our
Would
press
have been at
conference.
E3 this
Just some
year,
general
Is this you?
but
housekeeping
I
for
never
everyone
went
in the
to
room,
a
including
Konami
myself. Please reach
press
in your
conference.
pocket, gentlemen, grab your cell phones, and make sure they're on either vibrate or preferably
Someone's
off.
asking, is this supposed to be legendary because it's good or
Ladies,
bad?
please
I don't want to spoil
go
anything,
inside
Pierre
your
Laga.
purses
Let's
and
just
do a
say
double
it's
check and make sure
legendary.
your cell
Let's just
phones are
say
off as
we're
well.
watching a Konami press
As far as for
conference.
some of you
From
that can't attend the
2010.
entire performance or the presentation, I just ask for you to exit at the back of the
Volume
room.
seems okay for everybody in the
easiest way
chat?
to exit is either to your left or right.
Volume
If
up
you're
a
exiting
tad,
on
thank
this
you.
side of the room, it's a little tight, so just be cautious when you're going through the drapery that's hanging along the back of the production. Lastly, because we're doing a live broadcast, any noise that you make in the room will be broadcast on the internet live. So be conscious of that.
And they'll
If
watch
not,
it
you might
11
end up
years
on the
from
Tell
internet,
them that?
in the sound at least, and we don't want that to happen. So please, yeah,
Did you have
don't
to
wanna do that.
explain what the internet was in
But
2010?
without further ado, I'd
This
like
is
to
the
start the
debut.
Explain
presentation, and thank you.
drapery to them.
No, nothing gets. Some people have a warm-up act, but I like this guy just warms it up with the cream of the crop stuff, drapery, and the concept of the internet.
Start sequence code.
Up, down,
My God.
L,
Yes.
L, R,
They're doing it, Leo. Your
You have
favorite.
now successfully
They got it.
entered the Konami code.
Bringing the volume down a little bit. Don't judge me.
Does this have audio?
We can't hear it anymore.
Excuse me? Should be able to. You can't hear
agree.
this?
Entering immersive entertainment.
Wait, so you could hear the setup about the internet, but you can't hear this part?
I got an exclamation point that says the stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality. And I guess that
Oh, that's probably it. That's really weird. So try stopping and starting the stream for you guys.
sure.
Otherwise, I could stop it here and then share it again. So it'll be a little bit jank for a second. All right, there we go.
Feel the pulse.
How's it going?
Well, we're getting it from your mixer anyway. It doesn't-
Right, that's true.
Digital entertainment. Immersive entertainment. Feel the pulse.
We're hearing words, but not music. That's what's happening, I think.
Oh, maybe, yeah, it's just kind of EQing out exactly what's going on here, but all right.
Lightning bolt action.
Yeah, they had so many different ways of trying to sell you on Revengeance, and this was, I guess, before the reboot of marketing and all that fun stuff.
Hello everyone.
Nowadays, you don't have to sell people on Vengeance. They're on board.
Welcome to
Yeah,
2010
especially
Konami
Revengeance,
E3
absolutely.
Press Conference. My name is Shinji Hirano. I'm the president for the Konami Digital Entertainment America. By now, all of you are aware of the dramatic
Russell
change
Simmons?
that is taking place in the entertainment industry.
What?
Do you see that?
No,
The
where?
third said Russell
Press
Simmons
conference
when this guy
during
first
E3.
came up.
We
What?
can see that so many opportunities
I swear
are
to
coming.
God.
Weird.
It's creating
Thanks,
a
Aaron J.
broad
Bear,
range
for the
of
big
customer
subs.
expectation. In this surrounding, Konami is bringing an amazing playing experience by connecting our passionate players with the content they want, whenever and wherever they want. Today,
I like a
I would
good
like you to
silver
feel
tie.
that
That's a good look.
Konami is delivering strong lineup in a variety of formats that our fans desire,
It's a mirror.
especially as we continue to grow our business.
Aren't all press
footprint
conferences kind
in
of a
more
mirror
global market.
towards us?
Let me share 3 specific
Society.
examples with you. Number 1, Konami original IP.
Already there's a phone ringing.
will
Did you
see
not
our
listen to the
core
guy ahead
franchises,
of time?
Including Metal Gear Solid, Castlevania, Silent Hill, Dance Dance Revolution, and even classic Frogger on a variety of the platform.
Hell yeah.
Second on the
Yes.
list, our world-class
They're like, we need a
partnership.
fifth, guys.
We are also excited to collaborate with a partner to deliver the content for broad audience.
I feel like
appealing to the variety of
This
demographics.
drive of press conferences was
Including
already very dated in
Hudson.
2010. Like the
From the
very kind of
legacy of the
like
Bomberman
basically
to the
slideshow
recent
for business
Medium Plus
people
Unit
thing
Savings
is like this
Yeah.
is the era where that was kind of being kicked out the
Def
door.
Jam Interactive and
Shareholders
4MM games.
meeting vibes.
A
Right.
new comprehensive Def Jam lifestyle experience. Slang, with their Lucha Libre AAA wrestling product, where the art of Mexican wrestling comes to life. All of these important relationships represents Konami's strategic
Look, this guy's doing a fine job.
engaging experience. that
I don't know what
fans
people are
desire.
complaining about.
Finally, our licensing initiative.
I
Konami
mean,
was the first to receive
Russell
the
Simmons'
official
later
license
work was
from
better,
Congress.
sure.
South American Football Confederation, the Copa Libertadores. In our soccer franchise, Pro Evolution Soccer, it's a perfect fit for our growing market, Latin America. We are also proud to announce another major license, just unveiled last week, Karaoke Revolution. This important experience will be coming through a partnership of
Konami's
one of
last
the most
E3 press
popular TV
conference?
series in recent years, Glee.
Good question. So they had one in
Perfectly syncing our
2011
match to the
because the
crowd
weird
scene.
thing is I started at
We
Game
have
Informer at
some
the end of
other big
2010,
announcement coming
and
later
before
in the
E3
year,
2011,
But for now, let's
the PR guy for Konami called me up and like walked me through
Enjoy our
why
show.
I should be so hyped for the E3 2011 press conference for like 45 minutes. And like I was new, so I'm like, yeah, okay. I just thought it was like a normal thing, but now I realize it was just like extreme damage control from this press conference, which I didn't watch the previous year. Take your time.
And you were such a figurehead.
That's right. That's right.
time.
People came to me for the Konami news. What? Oh my god. Leo, I thought we didn't vote for being Leo Vader because we didn't want any more cringe content on this YouTube channel.
Yeah. You can't escape it.
Can we roll the trailer, please?
Oh no. Thanks, Stephen Colbert, for the big sub on Twitch. Appreciate it.
At least he said please.
There's just that error message. Oh my god.
Lord.
Oh my god.
It's so good they keep you waiting on the edge of your seat.
You know, nowadays you'd have some kind of be right back screen. You'd
Right.
have music for this.
This is
But
before they
streaming was
invented.
new.
Yep. Nobody knew how to come right back yet. To be fair, we just made a be right back screen up for MinnMax's Twitch like last week, so like a real
Sure.
one. Which I
But we
mean,
always have had good
Radio
music.
Kodak.
that's right. Oh,
Almost.
Did you
My
guys see
God.
that? Did you guys catch that tease?
write it down. Hang on.
Subliminal messaging.
Can we hear them talking? Oh, that's. I just hear
We on
this
it?
sweet sound of subs. Thanks,
We're on
Joyce.
it. We're not on it. I'm just going to talk to you instead.
Oh
So,
my
good afternoon.
God.
I'm the CEO of 4mm Games, creators of Def Jam Rap Star. We've had
shirt.
quite a ride, not just getting on there, getting the thing going this morning. So how many companies do you guys know that get to work on something this massive from day one of their existence? Not many. We've pretty much broken
It's like
every
a
rule.
David
in the book
Brent
to make
delivery.
this game.
Not many.
We signed
Yeah.
a multi-year partnership with Def Jam. We got our money from not a traditional publisher. We've recruited a web, mobile, creative SWAT team in Manhattan to deliver this vision.
He made that
And they
shirt from the
work
sale of
via
his
web
yacht, actually, that he
conference
came to
with,
the press conference on.
An excellent development team in Texas. And then we work with Konami to do global distribution for this game. But frankly, what makes
That shirt
Def
is
Jam Rap Star
confusing
a
me.
revolutionary product is really how
Looks
it's
impossibly
integrated into
wrinkly.
your life. So that every
like something's being
second that you
projected
might
onto it.
interact with a game, irrespective
That's
of where
one of
you
the
are
major
or what
tech
you're
mistakes they
doing,
made was
you can.
projecting wrinkles
So
on
think about this
everybody's
for a moment.
shirt.
You're playing a console game and you're sharing your gameplay instantly over the web with all your friends, irrespective of what social
I don't want to be a
network they're on.
pirate.
Your friends are voting on your performances seconds later on their
Did this game come
phones.
out?
And you're alerted on
Did
your
this
phone
game
that
come
night if
out,
you
Leo?
won.
Come on.
Next time you
I
turn on your
assume so.
console, you'll see all the comments they made, whether it's on their laptops or on their phones, right back on your console. Now, we think that's pretty cool. It's never been done before, and that game
Again,
is Def Jam Rap
A
Star.
pretty smooth
It's
speaker
what we call
compared
a
to the level of
constantly
tech happening
connected
here.
game.
I
So
was
imagine
impressed how
much
he
virality that will breathe
maintains,
into console games that are otherwise,
composure.
when you turn off the
comfort
box, they
for the
stop.
audience. You know,
Someone will become famous with this game. So those of you who know this reference will know. So South Park will tell you that 1 million points in expert mode will make you famous, but it's an ironic joke. 1 million views on one of your video performances on DefJamRapstar.com makes you a rapper, and there's no joke in that.
Def
there's nothing
Jam,
funny about that.
DefJamRapstar.com. Was that what it was?
Yeah. It will make someone famous.
Well, you know,
Check if there's a typo in it.
yeah, let's see. Official site. I mean, it kind of is living here. Can I upload my content here? Well, you get the idea.
Traditional game companies don't make
That'd be a
experiences
Patreon stretch
like
goal
this.
for us.
Web
Yeah.
companies might,
Bring that site
but
back.
game companies don't. So we don't get why. So that's really why I genuinely need to thank our partners on this product. So it's not just a throwaway
Venture says
thank
the
you,
site is down from its
like
millions of
normally we get on
viewers.
speech. So those thanks are really going out first and foremost to Konami. So, you know, why are we working with Konami? They pretty much invented music games.
Hey, Leo.
Guitar
They invented
Freaks,
music.
Because I can't
Mania, Beatmania,
squint to make it happen. Would you mind just
Karaoke
sliding a little
Revolution,
bit
Dance Dance
towards
Revolution,
your right
and they're backing
with
4
the mic?
millimeters vision 100%.
Perfect. Thank
Autumn
you.
Games have a very unique position in the games business in allowing us
Perfect,
to
Jeff.
back
Keep going,
such a-
actually, out the
a
window,
big,
please.
Vision and to grow the property into something which will be a much bigger franchise long term. So my
And you would not
co-founders,
believe
Jamie
what this
King and
gameplay
Gary
looks like.
Foreman,
Unfortunately, there's no technical way we
terminal
could show
reality
it to
have
you.
known terminal reality for a very long time, for over 10 years when they published 4x4
But it's better in your
Evo.
mind, you
They're
know?
a great
Right,
development
right.
team, and we've
That's where
been
all great
working
raps
with
start.
them to do this product, which we've pretty much cranked out a AAA title in 18 months, which is a great achievement for our first game working together.
AAA.
One last thing. So I love hip hop, despite the
I haven't seen the
shoes and
gameplay.
funny socks.
Reserve
And
But
you
we
can't
needed
disprove
a
it.
partner who really
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
didn't just love hip
Till we
hop,
show the
but is
trailer.
hip hop. 25
AAA.
years ago, that company was founded. It was called Def Jam.
That video was really just
and in
a
this,
JPEG.
their
This
25th
was all
anniversary
planned.
year, what better time than now than to do something radically new with our man here, Mr. Russell Simmons.
Here he is.
Please do the other guys
I was fucking with Nick about his socks, and I guess it stuck.
All right.
Anyway,
Crowd
it
goes
seems
wild.
to me that it's such a big, giant white space. Like what we're doing, it seemed like when we first discussed it,
Say white
everybody's
space?
already doing this. I mean, it's not done yet, but people are already at work. And then we kept finding new, innovative ways to make it better, and all this technology and Nick and his partners were so generous with their creativity, their time, and their insight. And it just kept
Real
evolving.
Deal One
and,
says
and
about the
now I
audience,
think we
please
have,
keep it down. We're live on the internet.
Certainly in the music space, the most innovative game. And it's a game in a space where it seems to have been ignored. And it's such a big white space. It's the most obvious thing in the world. And it just seems here again. I mean, I'm looking at it.
Those mics.
Something that speaks right to this generation, something that speaks right to their hearts, but for some reason the establishment hasn't really addressed it.
What is going
And
on
so
with those mics?
here we are again. We have these ways
two
for
little
kids
ones?
to create their own music, their
Two
own
long
videos,
little ones taped together.
Yeah, it's like two Bob
create their own
Barker
careers,
mics taped
express
together. I
themselves
assume they
in
always
ways
double up on that just in case
that
one
have,
fails,
over the years,
right?
have
That's the
proven to me
idea.
that these
Oh, that
expressions
makes
have
sense.
been
I thought it was for
a very
stereo
important
audio.
part of their mental development, their education process, and the way that they relate to the world. Obviously, it's been a big social and political kind of input in this country. It's brought people together in ways that, so many ways it's hard to even, to count. But one of the things I think the benefit of hip hop is that we have President Obama.
Would this be better or worse
And
if it was
the
just
way that people learn to relate to each other when
in
MTV
like a
put Run
Ubisoft-style
Run
stage?
DMC on
You know, like,
MTV,
is the intimacy of
it
this
was like there
room
were no black
dragging
people.
it down, or does it just
And
make
there
it
certainly were
more
no people speaking
understandable
about
for the quality of
the
content
kind
they're
of,
talking about?
struggles that communities were having that were being overlooked. So there are voices for voiceless
It makes
people.
it better, but it makes this.
And it was so
Rupp's
authentic that it
feeling
crossed so many
worse.
boundaries in
Yeah.
so many countries, and we opened up Def Jam offices all over the world. And these voices are still representing this underground, although they're so mainstream.
I like it because it feels more
And
like
so
a
kids in
secret
Beverly Hills are now
meeting we're
speaking
having
directly to
underneath
kids in
the
Compton
church.
Right. Right.
Kids in Africa are speaking to kids in Israel, and it has been this great communication vehicle that.
Leo,
no
what's your
one
biggest
saw coming.
technical nightmare
So
moment,
rap star,
do you think?
although it seems like obviously
Pretty early on at Game Informer, we were at
best
what was it? TwitchCon, 2DCon,
Oh, yeah.
GlitchCon.
Yep, GlitchCon, yeah.
Yeah, we were doing a live thing that the mics were
this kind of game
not working on.
Oh, and I don't even remember that. We had too many technical disasters. It was a matter of like, we're live right now and nothing's working and everyone's just looking at you to run around and try and make it work.
Yes, I think I was like also supposed to be on stage, and I had to like run back and forth to fix stuff.
Oh my
I
God.
blocked it out pretty quick.
TwitchCon, so you get away with it.
Yeah. Otherwise, I would have kicked your butt right out of there.
obvious thing. And it's
God, I always think
done
of,
great.
there is this interview and it's with,
I think the greatest minds in this business.
oh
working
boy.
directly on it.
Why can't I think of Mr. Planet Earth? Who's the voice guy?
Obviously, right?
David Attenborough.
David Attenborough.
Sir.
Sir David Attenborough. It's an one-on-one discussion between David Attenborough and Obama. And this was like early on in Obama's presidency. It's weird you just mentioned Obama as well. And they uploaded this video, which is obviously a huge deal to have 30 minutes to talk with Obama. But the video, it is very clear that Obama's mic is just not on. And so they just cranked the other mics and tried to make it work. And it's like, well, we can't redo this. And so just watching it is the most excruciating thing just from the technical point of view. It's like, oh my God, can you imagine getting back, uploading the footage, getting the audio, and then realizing like, oh my God, Obama's mic was not on the entire time. I cannot imagine the pain. They then threw
Ask the
themselves.
president for a mic check.
Yeah, but you can't. He's the president. You can't get a mic check for that.
He'd do it. He's cool.
Yeah, I definitely have done that exact thing on a Minnesota Tonight project.
we're
when
ready.
the mics
Oh,
wasn't
God.
on, and I had to boost all the
I think
other
we're ready
ones.
to
It was
roll
terrible.
the trailer. Red and Meth are going to be performing live on our Konami's booth at 4 o'clock. So
Cut him off by rolling the trailer.
Here's your trailer.
Was that the sound of someone adjusting the volume?
Let's get lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary on the boss
Okay,
tonight.
I'm not changing this volume. That's on them.
Well, they're killing it.
Right now, that has forsaken us. You should be honored by my lateness. That I would even show up to this fate. So go ahead, go nuts, go ape.
This is a good idea because the rap parts were the most fun part of like Rock Band,
It is true.
and you could not screw them up if you were making noise.
You want to order this game, Leo?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then that's when it spreads around the world.
Man, this man want wanna be a rap
Oh,
star?
man.
Wanna be a rap
Do
star?
you think
Come
any of
on,
this
yeah,
worked
wanna
the
be
way
a
they
rap-
wanted it
wanna
to?
be a Def Jam rap star? He got what it take to be a heavyweight amongst us? I'm a Def Jam rap star. Look at me, boy.
Thanks for the sub. I mean, Leafeon.
If you do well enough, Def Jam calls you up and like shames you.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
We can only hope. Smattering. When in doubt, just put the logo on the screen again.
Old Faithful.
Oh my god. Remember this one? Remember that, Jeffo. Untitled Smithy asks, who was the mastermind behind this show? Do we know? It was Hideo Kojima. A few people acknowledge that, but one of his finest works.
A tour. And this is just like the policy for the show, right? Like it's gonna say silent. You're gonna have to silence your phones and stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
You're allowed to pray.
All your favorites are here.
This game, we all know whether it came out.
This was the one that had like millions of views on YouTube, right? I think somebody sent this to me.
And I got challenged to a wrestling battle.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What a great crowd.
Being sarcastic?
As you can clearly see, this is not wrestling, it's Lucha Libre. I'm very excited to be here at Konami's press conference. My name is Federico Beyers, first party liaison and director for Slang. The 2010 E3 Expo is a show of firsts. For us at Slang, this E3 is our first as a publisher. With the help of Televisa, we are excited to show off our first of several electrifying intellectual properties based on Hispanic pop culture, Lucha Libre AAA Héroes del Ring. You may have noticed that our booth has a huge ring in it. Some of you may have even seen the purpose of it. We're introducing you to the sport of lucha by hosting several real matches each day at the show. These matches will showcase the sport's rich tradition, passion,
E3.
and authentic high-flying action. In fact, the next match
The only
will
place you
take
could get
place at
authentic high-flying
4:45
action.
p.m. today in the South Hall at our Slang booth. Come by and see the battle for yourselves.
And
Our
you couldn't
development
make
studios were
authentic
naturally
high-flying
inspired
action
by
like
these
that
key
today.
ingredients and have created a Lucha Libre game that is what it should be, fun. Lucha Libre AAA Héroes del Ring will be available on the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PSP, Wii, and Nintendo DSiWare platforms.
Is that a
And
scale
E3
next
will
time?
play home to an event
so.
unlike
Yeah.
anything ever
Yes,
seen
it
before.
is.
A real-life Lucha Libre heavyweight
DSiWare?
championship title match.
I've
will
never
take
heard that
place here.
mentioned in a press conference. It's like,
The
we're
match
also
will
coming to
determine the cover
DSiWare.
athlete for our first game, Lucha
Thanks,
Libre
Ryan, for the
AAA
big sub.
Héroes del Ring. This match will be televised. The E3
Like the Revolution.
Heavyweight Championship title match tomorrow is Thursday, June
It's
17th
upside
at
down.
1:30 at the Slang booth.
Perfect.
Number 2247 in the South Hall. The winner will be our cover athlete. The loser gets nothing. With no further ado, I would like to introduce you to the contenders for
kinda
this
cool.
Lucha Libre E3 Heavyweight Championship title match.
You're gonna fight to see
El
who's the
elegido.
cover athlete?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
La Parca. Silver King.
Is the audience
Dr.
clapping,
Wagner
Hanson?
cannot be at
They're into
today's press conference, but will be on hand for tomorrow's championship battle.
Thanks, Reynolds, for the big
And
follow
now,
there.
well,
Big
as
sub,
you
I
may
should
notice,
say.
I have a scale here in the back, and we'll pace in a weigh in. So, el magnífico, el guapo, the chosen one, el elegido.
Crowd's lighting up. They get it. The idea of this being the dramatic
290 pounds.
of weighing them in.
La calaca, tilica y flaca, la parca.
Go Parka!
They're having a rivalry.
That old fight tactic.
Bien. Muñequitas, tranquilas. Aquí está Wagner, el megacampeón. ¿Quién será la nueva portada de Lucha Libre AAA? Héroes del Ring. Y mañana estaré ahí en la Expo E3, apabuñándolos, acabándolos. Mañana
Why
es
did
el
the
gran compromiso
computer
donde
running
yo
these trailers
seré
go rogue?
la máxima figura. La nueva portada, Lucha Libre AAA, Héroes del Ring. Bien. Porque recuerda que en mi casa y con mi gente se me respeta.
Someone says wow in the crowd.
Hey, gentlemen. Hey, gentlemen. Save it for the ring. Save it for the ring. This is tomorrow. Hey.
They just got slap fights in the ring?
Save it. Save it for the ring. Save it for the ring.
Save that
tomorrow,
light slap for the ring.
1:45 p.m. Give it to him. All right, so I'll take it in the back. Tomorrow's the championship. We're going. Let's leave.
You never
now.
slap somebody on their pectoral to prove your dominance?
What sucks is like these guys are like trained performers, real pros, and they're just put in the most uncomfortable position possible. They're trying to do something, and it's like, no, you can't win. You can't do anything and redeem this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. God bless them.
God bless them.
Doing their best.
Aaron J. Bear says, what if that wasn't rehearsed? I mean, you never know.
I like the Saw game.
Really? What was it like?
One. I played it on OnLive.
Oh my god, time and a place, baby.
Yeah. It was like it was a puzzle game, but the puzzles were really high stakes. You know, people would be tortured and killed if you messed up the puzzles.
At the title
Kind of a
screen,
cool idea.
does it say press start if you want to play a game?
Oh, I hope so.
That'd be really fun. What a hoot. Yeah, it seems like, I mean, they're probably not, but they should make a new Saw game. I feel like a small scale kind of like, I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's style thing or like 999 style thing would work well.
Yeah, for sure. At least something from the book of Saw.
That's right. Don't turn your back on the book.
Let's see what your breaking point is.
Were you that big of a Saw fan that you needed the game?
No, it was, I used a different promo code every month to get OnLive's free game library for 99 cents instead of $10.
Smart.
And it was one of the games on there.
Wow.
And not having to download it, I'd play anything.
Hell yeah.
At that age, unbelievable value.
Hi.
Flesh and blood.
W.C. Fields said never
No, one was
follow
just called
a
Flesh.
dog act or a child act, but he never said anything about following that. So I'm John Williamson, the producer and designer of Saw 2 Flesh and Blood. Once again, the team and I have revisited the sick and demented world of Jigsaw and his traps, and we have returned with more action for both fans of the survival horror genre and fans of the Saw movies. This time around, we have not only Tobin Bell's voice, but his likeness, as well as music from Charlie Clouser.
Sorry, I was just
minigames
doing
in Saw
a
2
eulogy.
are
I'm still
brand
kind of
new,
in that
and we have
zone.
a mix of both plastic traps from the Saw movies and new traps made exclusively for this game. The elevator trap that you've just seen exemplifies the action we are striving for in the game. The traps, or test as Jigsaw calls them, are built on two
And we want to
primary
honor
pieces.
his legacy.
A twist on everyday machinery designed to test a subject, coupled with an easy to understand
Dr.
but
Big wants to know if we like the
difficult
Saw
to master minigame.
movies.
The traps are not just a game mechanic.
I only saw the first
They
one
also
and I
serve
enjoyed
to
it for what
expand
it
on the
was, but
story
I'm not a big horror
and
guy,
often
so
have an
I
ironic
stopped
reference
there.
to the character's flaws.
I've seen
that
probably
have led
the
them
first
to this
5
state
of
where they're
them.
being
What?
tested by Jigsaw.
There was a time and
Wow.
place where it was just what
The
I was
player
watching
must
with my
free
friends,
these
and
test
I wasn't
subjects from their
very
traps
into
to
them, but
proceed in the
yeah,
game.
they're fine.
And Jeffem
As
kind of
the
lives
traps
them,
are
so.
a big part of the success of the
Yeah.
movie franchise, we treat the traps as mini bosses, if you will.
You ride around on
the
that little tricycle,
culmination
too.
of each level.
That's true.
This is part of the Saw
Brought
universe.
it to the Game Informer
and
office
some
every day.
characters must pass additional tests. So
I
not
devised
every
all
freed
kinds of
subject
toilet
will greet
traps
you with open
at
arms,
GI offices.
unless
so
you're
much
gonna
more
stab you
embarrassing than the
in
last.
back. As nothing in the Saw universe is ever exactly what it first seems, we chose the name Flesh and Blood for its double meaning. Not only is there plenty of flesh and blood in the game, but you play as the estranged son of the player character Detective Tapp from the first game, aka his flesh and blood.
We got it. Thank you.
Through a story replete with twists and turns, double
it's
crosses,
deep,
and false
is
endings,
what
we
he's saying.
expand
Oh
on the
my
Saw
God.
universe, adding new characters and expanding on the highest-grossing horror film franchise of all time. Saw 2 Flesh and Blood will be released this Halloween for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and there's a playable demo in the Konami booth. And now for our next presentation.
Oh my
It's
God.
not clear from my voice. I'm so sorry that this game will be available.
Tannerbaum says, "Can you explain that flesh and blood thing one more time?"
AKA.
Hi. Yeah.
Thanks for the sub, Dusty Green.
My name is Tak Fuji. I'm a lead producer in the 99 Nights 2. We are very excited about our upcoming release on June 29th, which is 3 weeks away. There have been many improvements since the last release in the 99 Nights in 2006. And
At least this guy
I'd like to
looks
talk
cool.
about a couple of
I
things
love his
about,
jacket.
well, it's going to be millions of the new features, but I have a limited time, so I will focus on these 3 new aspects of the game now.
Sounds good.
The first one, the online co-op mode. You can compete in the online leaderboards and battle with armies of the more than 1 million troops. 1 million troops. Wow. 1 million troops. Love you guys.
This guy's awesome.
And
He's
also
doing
you'll see
it.
the difficulty levels will be changed on a 2 players mode and making even harder. And
He's
all new
enjoying
gameplay
himself.
Will be waiting, so please check out the co-op mode in our booth after the press conference. It's available. Okay, number 2, graphics. With the new engines, this game
Why
have
show
enough
when you
power
can
to
tell?
displace
There
hundreds
is
of the
nothing I
enemies
love
on the
more than
screen
people
in one
describing
shot.
graphics.
You will find us many other games. Whoa. You will find many more enemies surrounding you compared to the other hack and slash titles. This is not the original
99
hack
Nights
and slash
beloved?
anymore. This is an
I think it's.
extreme.
You can say this. Oh my God.
Extreme hack and slash title.
Someday I want to give a speech where I'm sarcastically wowing my own game and
Yeah.
Number
And
3,
hissing the word
gameplay.
extreme into a mic.
enhancement. The game also
Oh my
requires you to
God.
be very tactical. If you just continue to press the
honestly,
same
by
button
this
like
point,
X,
I'm sure
X,
the
X,
audience
Y,
was
Y,
like, "Hey,
Y,
this is
X,
better
X,
than
Y, Y,
everything
again,
else that's come
you'll be
before it."
sucked.
Right. Yeah, for
This
sure.
is at least a little fun.
Yeah. You surround this guy by a bunch of burly men slapping
So
each
with
other, now you
increasing
got
the
a good
difficulty
show.
And advanced levels, you are trying to find the right path to compete them all.
45 on
Complete them
Metacritic,
all.
Uncle Longfellow says
And
for you,
all
Leo.
the stages you have
Thank you.
different sets
So
of
the answer
armies
is
and
there are a few
formations.
people that liked it a lot.
And you really need to think how they form and attack you. And let's find where and
Such
how
a silly thing
they
to
come
do
you.
with a microphone.
Otherwise, all the enemies will be continue and spawn, and you will be have the endless fighting. Which
Yeah,
is the main
Jawarhello sums it
factor
up well, where he
of
says
fun
everyone
of the
sounds like
game.
they hate the games they're
But
talking about.
You won't be
And
finishing
that's
any the single
what do you
stage
do,
game.
Leo? If you're
Even you
backstage with
won't
these
finish in the
guys, do you
single
like
level.
just try and pump them up? Like, is there anything that can redeem this energy whatsoever?
Okay,
And it's so weird because he has the energy of like when you get a celebrity to shill for something and they just
Yes.
don't care at all.
Right.
But this guy's producing the game that he's
Now I'm
talking
looking
about.
to
Yeah, he
send
clearly
you
likes it.
You all at the Konami
This
booth.
is years of his life.
And please checking out the latest 99.
Or, you know, whatever.
It will be available on June 29th on Xbox 360. Now, let's check see our latest trailer of the 99 Nights 2 Rock and Roll.
Why does 99 Nights 2 have a 3 in the logo?
Rated M for mature.
Shut up, Poindexter.
For 92 days, our world has crumbled. The rise of darkness has engulfed us all. Among the remains of our people, and in the shroud of impenetrable darkness, wait.
This is not what I thought this game looked like.
Guardian, Sassy.
What'd you think it was?
Assassin, Led, Queen,
Nights into Dreams?
Sophia,
Oh, weird.
a warrior.
I think I got it mixed up.
Yeah, I assumed he was just going for like that Dynasty Warriors. WoW. Speaking of WoW, I hope you like 240p.
We didn't applaud for the 1 million troops thing because we know it's not going to happen or it's going to look terrible.
Right.
Unleash devastating attacks.
Yeah, how do you think they do that? I mean, could you even put 1 million pixels on a screen at once back then?
Face the darkness.
I mean,
Fight to endure the night. 99 Nights 2.
It's the silliest logo.
Yeah, what is with that 3?
It's supposed to be something cubed?
Is it
equals
is it
99?
because 99 and
Now.
nights all
Yes.
have an N? So it's 3
N to the
Ns?
third power. Yes, yes. Oh my god.
Afternoon,
I
everybody.
hate
How
that
you
so
doing?
much.
Wonderful. Our next title may come as a surprise to many of you in the audience, but we are proud to announce the first ever Otomedius game for the United States, Otomedius Excellent. Otomedius Excellent is an Xbox 360 exclusive title that will bring back Konami shooters in a big way.
Hell yeah.
Borrowing from the hardcore
I remember when this
side-scrolling
hit.
action of Gradius and the tongue-in-cheek fun of the Parodius series, Otomedius Excellent is designed to appeal to both the hardcore shoot-'em-up crowd as well as players new to the genre.
Otomedius?
Save the universe with 9 lovely characters in Otomedius Excellent.
I love that you can see the
You'll be able
backstage from
to
that
experience
camera
classic
shot.
Gradius-style gameplay with a stunning update and challenge 2D side-scrolling shoot-'em-up gameplay like never before.
You know that everybody's walking
Indulge in
backstage and
brilliant
saying just like,
environments and art
good
rendered
luck
in
out
high
there, buddy.
definition.
Like, it's like when
Carefully
you're
overseen
walking
by
out of a
famed Japanese
bathroom
manga
stall where
artist
something
Minei
horrific has just
Yoshizaki.
happened and there's a guy
The
going
sites are
in.
complemented
That is the
by a
attitude I think
slamming
everybody would
Konami
have at this press
soundtrack.
conference.
Right.
Join up to 3 players over Xbox Live or on the
Wow.
same console as well. You can also team up with a friend or two in multiplayer to help obtain hard-to-get items. The title features a jam-packed gallery mode with unlockable
Real Deal
goodies
One says another
and
guy who has
loads
a
of
jacket that is just
exclusive
slightly
downloadable
too
content
big
to be
for
available
him.
through Xbox Live.
You know, dream big.
People thought Konami
Dress
would
for
never
the
do
job
it,
you want.
But this year,
being a bigger
we want
human.
to give the Konami fans what they've been waiting for. Deeply anchored with the roots of Gradius and Parodius, an import shooter has never been this challenging.
Guess we got someone who practiced
this
his speech.
accessible
Yep,
until now.
it's true.
It doesn't matter if you like
If we hadn't done this, it would be a fun
fans, Big Viper,
MinnMax show email
Toron and the Lord British,
like trivia.
You are guaranteed
with
to
us
have
a real
fun as you
game that
shoot
was
the
at
core.
Konami 2010.
And now,
Or is it made
a
up?
sneak peek at the girls of Otomedius Excellent, coming this winter exclusively to your Xbox
Uh-oh.
360
Oh
console.
no.
We're bracing.
Yep, okay.
There had to be a catch. That presentation went too smoothly.
Yeah.
I like how he describes it as like a genre, like, you know, the import shooter genre. It's a very specific beat, but sure. I mean, I don't know what you expected this game to look like, Leo, but...
Not this. I mean, we haven't seen the game yet, so I guess.
I think this is the game. I think you put in the disc, this boots up, and then at the end just credits roll.
I still don't understand how. Yeah, that was literally
for
just
the next
the
title I'd
girls
like to
in that
present.
game.
Right.
It is my pleasure to introduce you all to a very
God.
exciting project. Adrenaline Misfits is one of Konami's first Microsoft Kinect titles.
Now we're
Our
talking.
focus was on the family.
Wait,
as well
Jawarhello's
as
wondering if
maximizing the
Kyle reviewed
functionality
that.
of the Kinect.
I don't know, Jawar. Can you look
The
that up
result?
to see if Kyle
A game
reviewed
that families and friends can enjoy
Otomedius
together
Girls or
with
whatever the hell that
ability
was
to
called?
Not just play the game, but to be in the game and experience it. The development team and I love to surf and
I've
snowboard.
never heard of this game
so
in
this
my
was
life.
A project we were excited and inspired to work on. We hope that you will feel our
They
passion.
left the
in what
E
you
out of
see and play
adrenaline
today.
for
I want to briefly talk about
copyrightability.
3 distinct
Wow,
characteristics
Kyle reviewed
make
that
Adrenaline
anime
Misfits
girl
unique.
game. He gave it a 3.75. Thank you,
Intuitive
Jawarhello.
gameplay. Anyone of any
And
age
in
can
his
play
review,
this
he said the
game.
only redeeming part
No need
was
to
the
memorize
pretty
button
women.
combinations or
Kyle,
look down
come
at your
on.
controller.
Kyle.
Anything
Oh,
you do in
Kyle.
front of
You said
you
net
gotta
can be
meet these
translated
girls.
into Xbox 360 avatar or custom Adrenaline Misfits
That's the
avatar on
headline
screen.
for the review.
Move your feet, arms, hands, and legs, and your character will do the same. Adrenaline Misfits allows you to feel like you're in the game. Next is the game experience.
Just
Never
show
before
the
have you been able to feel
game.
the rush of speed
Shut
and the
up
incredible
and
control
show
you
it.
have over your
It was
character
an
through
interesting
8
fantasy
fantasy-inspired
before
worlds.
people got their hands on the
This isn't just a
Kinect to
racing
go,
game.
you'll feel like
It's a
you're
battle
in
to
the
the
game.
bottom.
Because
Right.
it just isn't
Explore
how it
and gain
felt.
power-ups all over the course
You've
to
never
increase your
felt more
character's
like you're
abilities
in your
and
living
take
room
out
right
your
now.
opponents.
Yeah.
Of course, getting to the bottom first is fun, but doing tricks and combos of aerial maneuvers as you race will boost your character's score, providing you the ability to crush your opponents.
Yeah, that suit.
Is it a
Such variety of
snowboarding game?
challenges, replayability
What do you mean?
is
It's
off the
Adrenaline
charts.
Misfits, Jeff.
Finally,
Shut up.
there's
Quit being
game
dumb.
variety. As I mentioned, there are 8 fantasy worlds to choose
Obi-Wan
from.
Dinobi
Each
in the
with
chat
multiple
on Twitch
variations
says,
of
next
competition.
is the code for the game,
Players can
written
compete
out
in
line
blistering
by
slalom
line.
courses to be the first to finish, collection challenges where you explore and collect items, trick competitions to show off your boarding skills, and a whole lot more. Adrenaline Misfits offers so many variations of custom boards, power-ups, and competitions, you'll certainly find something for everyone. So come on and get off the couch and experience the Adrenaline Misfits rush for yourself.
Certainly.
Let's get a taste of it.
It's just anime women.
Yes. Love it. Leo, that looks like you as a little baby boy.
Experience the thrill of an all-new
Yeah, that was
groundbreaking
me.
action game. Introducing Adrenaline Misfits, exclusively on Xbox
I was the
360.
Adrenaline
Feel
Misfit they
rush
based
as
the
you become
title
the
on.
game with full-body motion controls. Become
Meaning you're a
amazing
misfit for never experiencing adrenaline in your childhood.
Right, I wasn't a good fit for it.
Experience unreal environments. Race, flip, and soar with multiple trick combos and more than 60 boards. No controllers means anyone can play. The louder they
Thanks for
cheer,
the big sub.
faster you'll go.
That was an appeal of the Kinect, though. You know, for
Experience the
non-gamers,
rush on
wrapping their
Xbox
minds around a
360.
controller with 15 buttons on it.
Yeah, it's true. Connect Party's no joke. I love that
Thank you so much
game.
for your time, and now for our next presentation.
You don't need to say it's implied you'll continue. Let us know if it's not.
Don't leave. Don't everyone race for the drapery in the back of the room. I'm still mystified how this is cutting out all the audio except for the people talking.
Well, that's just for you.
But still, whatever's doing is incredible technology.
Hi everyone,
Really?
my name is
Just a
Nao
mixer.
Kamado, and I'm the producer for Dance Dance Revolution and Dance Masters. And this is Thomas Nagano, who is working with me on this project.
Aren't these the bad guys from Power Rangers, the bullies?
Konami is talking dancing to a full new level.
So wait, you're telling me that it's gonna be Dance Dance Evolution?
Dance Dance Evolution? No. We would be using a mat and more. We will dance with absolutely no controllers.
God,
No
Dance Dance
longer
Revolution
tied
and
down. Now
Oculus
you can
Quest
move your
yet?
Body freely.
No, I don't think so.
Let us show
That'd
you.
be sweet.
Yeah. Although, how would it
Tommy,
track where your feet
I'm
are?
still a beginner in dancing.
We still get to get a
But
mat.
because we play
I see.
This game, we can kind of dance.
But it would just make your legs look like cool dancer
Something we
legs?
can show everybody.
Right.
I know. But even though
So
it's
here's the thing.
embarrassing.
It's
Let's dance to
Konami.
the demo gameplay footage
It's
and
impressive
show
that they
them
got
all.
Japanese
Alright,
developers
I
to
guess so.
give these
There's a show that
presentations,
explained.
but I
So,
feel like it's one of those
we're
things
gonna
like
try
you're
this
putting
out.
them
We
in
don't
such
expect
a
this to
rough
be great.
position
Come
to
on,
be like,
what's
your
that?
English is pretty good. Here you go. Enjoy the internet.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What's that?
So these green silhouettes is where I pose, right, Naoki?
Yeah.
And these streaming arrows, I glide my hands along it, right?
Yes, yes, of course. Oh, very high.
I mean, this is before Just Dance.
So I see these ripples
2010,
on
maybe
screen.
not.
So that's where I put my hands and feet, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That mic audio, oh my god. Why wouldn't they have tested what that sounded like?
Oh, also,
I like it.
They're clearly not playing.
No.
Like, the outfits of the people were different.
Wow. You can see the Kinect right there. It's reading them. It's perfect.
So in the last dance sequence, I think you're able to see both of the players dancing real time on screen. So everybody can see our embarrassing dance, but we could also see ourselves dancing on screen as well. But the good thing about this is that you can save this dance sequence and then replay it later at another time so that you can use it as your back dancers on screen. So you can have your friends come and play, and then you can play on your own later and then have them as your back dancers.
You can show it to their
How are you doing, Naoki?
to embarrass
Very,
them.
very exciting.
Well, it's got a little bit more to go.
It's great blackmail material.
Very, very excited.
It's a great workout.
Thank you very much.
What was fake about that,
So
Jeff?
this
Was it
is
when the
real
guy turned
dancing.
around and started talking and his guy was still doing all the moves?
It's just your body. It's not just dancing. This is Dance Masters.
You're right. Anyone can dance to this. It's so easy to move your body or strike a pose to the markers on screen, especially if you have no mat or controllers.
Or dignity.
It's more than just dancing.
Yeah, but that's not it.
It's not it.
Honestly,
what else can there be now?
how much do you think a franchise would sell if they just came out and they had the videos and they had like the avatars dancing, but there was like no input? Like you would just buy the game and it would have songs and videos playing, and you just danced along.
That's what they used to be. That's exercise videos, you know? You just buy the VHS.
Yeah, Jane Fonda had like
Do it
the
pretty
first
poorly.
Kinect game ever.
Dance moves don't like us.
Of course.
You
can become
Felt like you're in the VHS tape.
Tangled up in that horrible tape.
ポリシーがあり、常に待ち望んでくれてるお客様の思いに応え、エキサイティングにセンセーショナルなコンテンツを提供したいと考えとんねん。その第一弾がダンスマスターズだね。
We are always trying to incorporate evolution and revolution in our games. And it is important to provide content that is exciting and sensational to all our fans.
Jacked
and
up.
that first game,
He's kind of the
with
Mr.
Ultimate
Caffeine of his
and
day.
Evolution is Dance Masters.
Yeah.
Finally, if you have any questions,
Caffeine's
please come
on.
by the Konami booth and ask for Naoki after this. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you later. Ooh, that sweet hum's back. Oh, good God.
See that sizzle?
Why are they not opening with these? Twitch chat, can somebody look up Metacritic for Dance Masters, please? We'd appreciate it. Aaron J. Bear says that developer was an aspiring Jack Sparrow cosplayer. 63! Higher than I thought. All right, thank you, Uncle Longfellow.
Thank you very much.
Oh.
And now for our next presentation.
Out.
Wait, you came back out just to...
You really didn't have to come back out for that.
That's amazing.
You know, there was someone backstage who was like, "No, you guys got to go back.
Yeah.
You got to tell them."
For everyone who just can't get enough of the most celebrated show
Thanks for the
on
sub, Rock
television.
Party.
Join America's favorite underdogs in Karaoke Revolution, Glee.
I'm into it.
Perform all your favorite hit songs.
I think this would be a fun game to play.
From the show.
Sure, it's just a karaoke game.
I guess that's what I'm going for. It turns out karaoke is fun.
Get ready for Glee like you've never sung it before.
Weird place to cut it, but sure. And look at the crowd going wild.
I am the brand manager of the music category at Konami, and I'm here to share with you all our next installment for Karaoke Revolution.
Cattle.
Today, we're proud to announce our 10th release of the franchise. This year.
Also, the
Konami's
lighting,
partnered
like
with
the idea of
Fox,
like positioning the
bringing
light so
an all-new Karaoke
based from the
Revolution
microphone,
Glee.
it gives every presenter like
Glee's
a Hitler
inspired the nation,
mustache. It's
featuring
like,
show choirs at their best.
Is no one testing
to
this?
pop hits and classic show tunes. The show has risen to #1.
It looks like
not
Mad
only in
Max
network
War
television,
Paint.
but it's also carved its way
or
into
it's like a
Billboard
bloody
music
nose
charts,
and it's just like two
breaking
drips
records
going down her
nationwide.
chin. Oh my
The coined
god.
phrase, the rise of the underdog, is a complete understatement. Over 12 million Gleeks tune into the show every week to follow their favorite storylines and
A
characters.
combination of Glee and
This fall,
Freaks.
we're bringing you 35 of Season 1's hit songs and a variety of modes where you can harmonize, sing duets, or even enter an
When's
interactive
Glee getting
scrapbook
rebooted?
mode.
That's
When's
exactly
the Netflix original Glee reboot happening?
I was just thinking
And
within 3 years.
As you'll see at our
no
booth,
doubt about it.
Karaoke Revolution Glee will truly test your singing
That
ability.
show was a big
through
deal.
long,
Like it was out of my
hard-hitting notes,
you know,
and
wheelhouse, but it was
You
still
can
like
check out
people
Karaoke
are
Revolution
talking
Glee
about it. It
this
is
fall
the
on the
talk of the
Nintendo
town
Wii.
in a shocking way.
And now, before I go,
An interesting
I wanna
hour-long
introduce you
YouTube
all
video
some
essay
very
about
special
it.
guests.
Really?
That I
A
watched.
truly
and
inspirational
enjoyed. They
show
have
choir
made so
that has
much
had an
money off
influence
of
on the
selling
show
the
and has also paved the
soundtrack
way
to
for
that
fellow
show.
show
Oh,
choirs
interesting.
nationwide.
Selling their versions.
Let's
It was
check
like
it
they
out.
had a #1 song every week.
Of course, yeah.
A group of students at John Burroughs High
What?
School in Burbank singing a very happy tune this afternoon.
Members of the school's Powerhouse Choir performed on Oprah today. And Eyewitness News reporter Shiva Ravindran is live at the school where those talented students made their TV debut
this-
and then got a well-deserved surprise.
What is
Shiva.
happening?
That's right, David and Leslie. You know, the Powerhouse Choir here at John Burroughs High School,
Aaron J. Bear
one of
says,
the best
or
show
Silent Night
choirs
says,
in
"And
the
here's the
country, and their
weather."
videos on YouTube apparently were the inspiration for a popular TV show, and that story recently caught the eye of Oprah Winfrey. Today, the choir was featured on her show, and they had a little viewing party here at the high school to watch that appearance, and the choir also got to relive a pretty amazing surprise they
Mirko
received
says someone
at the end
recorded
of her
over
show.
this section.
All the way from Burbank, California,
This is
please welcome the John
absurd.
Burroughs High School Show Choir Powerhouse.
Powerhouse is a nationally recognized
What
choir.
are you doing,
They were chosen to
Konami?
perform on
What
the Oprah
is
show
this?
to support the cast of the
Of all the
television
things
show
I expected
Glee.
this press
Members
conference,
of
the
cast
idea of
surprised
just
them
cutting
a
to
few
a
weeks ago.
local
And
news
she
segment.
to know if she could fly all of you out to perform as well. What do you think about that?
Oh my god! Here they come. Thanks for the sub, whole damn family, whole ham family.
Wow.
Production.
Was that all just to establish like the credentials for them singing here?
Yes. I don't think people would have been confused. I think you could have just introduced it. And do they have to pay the local ABC affiliate?
Oh, I'm sure.
They didn't pay Oprah?
No.
You know, like,
Nobody's getting paid for this. I bet this choir didn't get paid after it was over. They're still waiting for their Konami checks to come through.
you know they have like a lot of those Zoom reunions of TV shows. This is what I want from MinnMax, is a Zoom reunion for every kid that performed at this Konami press conference. Just a big panel.
Every adult, too.
Yep.
Owlface says, in retrospect, we really should have seen the Konami in the game sector collapse coming. Your management's making those kind of decisions. Oh, let's just play a 2-minute clip from the news. It's kind of related.
I wouldn't have expected them to do this in this show, for how low-key it's been so far.
Right. I feel like I should have just okay. We could have if we had more time, we could have re-edited this press conference, because here's what you do: is you open with this kind of like the Ubisoft Just Dance thing to get some energy levels up, then trim everybody else's segment, rearrange it so the trailers go before you talk about the game. Don't explain that the show will continue with another presenter. Like, there's tweaks you could make here with these ingredients.
Yeah.
And it would be perfect.
And it would Knock
And
people's
awesome.
socks off. Absolutely. They would still be winning E3 today. We'd still give it to Konami 2010 every show.
Nice try, everyone else.
Irmara says, if gamers love one thing, it's being sung at. Look, you gotta give them credit. Great song, great singers.
Good kids.
Good kids.
God bless them.
Leo, what number favorite Queen song is this for you, do you think?
I don't want to dwell on the tech thing because that only me and Jeff are dealing with, but I don't know what this song is.
Just blind guess it. Give us the number, man.
This is probably the worst one in the whole discography.
Bold stance, but all right. You're a professional critic.
I'm just saying, there's no music or lyrics in it. It's not their best.
That's really bizarre. I don't know how that works.
Okay, I heard her go, la! For 1 second. I can guess by the dance moves.
Yeah. Can you kind of see how everyone's kind of finding somebody to love one by one here?
Oh, sure, fair enough.
You know, piggyback ride.
Very nice.
I hope they're all doing all right. I hope all these kids found somebody to love, you know?
Of course.
Unfortunately, they're all now in old folks' homes, just praying for death. This is elaborate.
Yeah.
It's still going.
I mean, they already had, this is, Konami didn't choreograph this, you know?
Right.
Like, this is something this choir did, and they said, come do it here.
Yes. I know there's a stage awkwardly placed there, but work around it, you idiot.
Please join us at our booth at 3 o'clock for a special.
Thanks for the sub.
Please join us in prayer.
And then we'll see you in science class after recess.
Panda Hand says 1 million singers. Wow.
Extreme.
So that's what I have to follow.
Back.
I planned this whole routine, and it's just, I'm going to throw it out. Hi, everyone. My name is Mike Pepe, and I'm the Director of Marketing for Hudson Entertainment.
No.
I'm happy to show you
Mike Pepe?
4 titles that Hudson will be releasing this fall.
Pepe and the
Here's a look
Stepe.
at the first one.
Please show us.
How long is this, Hanson?
Oh, it's longer than you think. Beyblade! Yeah, Corgi Shadows sums it all up well, where he says, why would you have that song in the middle of the press conference? Oh my god.
You think it should be the closing?
I think so. I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, unless they're saving something sweet for the end.
Yeah, we haven't seen the closer yet. Might make that look bad and long.
I bet I would
play with Beyblades.
No, I feel like I'm missing out. I bet they'd be fun.
Me too.
I mean, the games, it's like, that's a pretty simple concept. I'm guessing one of those games has to be fun to play, right?
Probably. I played a lot of Monster Strike on my phone, which was like sending little discs at each other that bounced off.
Okay.
That's right.
That's
Beyblade
right.
is back and hotter than ever. Following the release of the cartoon
That's
series
right.
this summer on the Cartoon
Sorry to
Network,
report that
Hudson will be
Beyblade is
releasing the
back and
game
it's
on
hotter
Wii
than
and
ever.
NES this fall. The cartoon has already launched in
We'll cut to a
Canada,
news
but it's been the
report now,
highest-rated
talking
cartoon
about
since its release.
the consequences of it being back.
The Wii and DS versions of the game will keep the same
The
competitive
Beyblade
feel
Scourge.
of the
Here's your
actual
3-day
top battles.
forecast for the rest
As
of
in any
E3.
sport, you have to beat the best to be the best. Customize your Beyblades for competition and choose special attacks to defeat your opponents. With
Defcon
interconnectivity
says it
between
brings
the
me
Wii
no
and
pleasure
DS,
to
you can
report
unlock
this.
further Beyblades to
Beyblade is
compete with.
back and hotter than ever.
Beyblade Metal Fusion will be available on the Wii and DS this holiday season. Please come downstairs.
The
and start
emergency
training
exits
today.
are in the back left. Go and be with your families.
Watch out for the drapery.
Ow! Good God, Konami, don't do that to us.
The first sport was sawing wood.
That's where they start, and it's only up from there. Deca sports? More like DEFACATE sports.
Nice. Do you guys remember that, whatever the sequel to Wii Sports Resort, the sword fighting game in that?
Yeah, I love that.
So good.
That was the best lightsaber game of its day.
It was.
Deca
That was
Sports 3 is the
incredible.
latest such game. With mainstream sports like volleyball, up-and-coming sports like lacrosse, and unique sports like kayak slalom,
Up-and-coming
Deca Sports 3
like
continues the pattern of
lacrosse.
complete sporting events. Deca Sports 3 improves on past versions with more sports online, and most importantly though, every sport in the game supports Wii Motion Plus. We heard the demand from fans and gave them a way to feel more connected than ever to the sports they play. It's the deepest Deca Sports game yet.
Deepest Deca Sports game.
Our next title truly encourages everybody
Hi, I'm
to
Mike
move their
Pepe,
body.
and welcome to
Here's
the
a
deepest
brief
Deca
look at it.
Sports game. Don't kill us, audio. I'm watching you. It's freedom
Oh,
from sports.
this is just the same game. Come on.
No.
These are sports that are about freedom.
Oh, Kinect tennis. What's worse? Oh.
You see how much that racket was flipping around?
That's Wii Motion Plus, baby.
Wait, was the last one Wii Motion Plus and this one's Kinect?
Yep.
Is that what's going on?
Night and day. So you aim to the side.
So I can see your arm placement. That's so stupid. We're gonna feel like you're in the game.
This guy's
Look
gonna
away.
have PTSD flashbacks from this experience. It's so visceral. Oh my God. No. We're gonna move our body out of this theater, Konami.
Deca Sports Freedom. Deca Sports is known for accessible, family-friendly controls. This makes it a perfect fit for new technologies that appeal to a wider audience, such as Kinect. We picked the very best sports from past Deca Sports games for this title. Combine 10 complete all-star sporting events with HD graphics using avatars, and you truly have a winning
buddy, you
combination.
don't have to do this.
Both Deca
Giving
Sports
this
titles are
presentation is
playable today in the
optional.
Konami booth.
What are you
Make sure
doing?
to stretch before trying them out.
There's not someone on your team
Here's a trailer of our final title.
who has another tone of voice.
I like how he switches from the teleprompter on the left to the teleprompter on the right, like he's looking at the crowd, but it's just not effective.
Especially because the teleprompter is directly in every shot.
Yes.
Yeah, which they normally think of.
Now this actually looks interesting. What is this?
Deca Sports.
Jeff, my
journey.
This feels like a game you would have reviewed, Jeff. Hang on, did I play this? What is this called again?
Did I review this?
Is it a game we played, or does it just look like a lot of other indie games that we also
Yeah,
played?
that's a great question.
It's kind of funky. Aaron J. Bear says this is 99 Nights 3.
And 4. 99 Nights 3.
Lost in Shadow? Is that the name
I
of
at
it?
least played a demo of this if I didn't review it, I think.
Is it Lost in Shadow? That sounds right.
It's much more interesting than most of what we've seen.
Yeah. Can't wait for this one to come out. Lost in
Yeah.
Shadow. Can you look up who reviewed that at Game Informer, please, chat? Thank you for helping us out.
Really understand this game. The action of the title happens not in the foreground of typical games, but in the shadows of the background.
We got it!
Lost in Shadow combines platform adventure of old with graphics never before
Let
seen on the
me
Wii.
take a step back and explain the
The
concept of art
protagonist
to
of
you.
the story is a shadow of a boy who has been separated
That
from
wasn't
his
a
body.
rendering
The
error.
shadow's main goal is to reunite with his physical form. A massive tower and the land around it stands in the shadow's way.
Jeff
To make matters
reviewed
worse,
it.
A shadow mass has placed
Yes.
itself in the heart of the tower
There you
and is
go.
consuming the souls
10
that
out of
lie
10.
inside. All is not lost as the boy's shadow is armed
Clever
with various
puzzles
swords
are
to fight the
undermined by
mass and
poor
shadows that mean him
controls.
harm. A flying fairy
7.5.
called Spangle also accompanies the boy shadow.
That's
and can
amazing that
manipulate
it
the
barely
light
tickled
that
the memory
paths
for
and
you,
areas
Jeffo.
for the shadow to travel through. Lost in Shadow will be available exclusively on the Wii this fall. Now, I know none of you came here today to hear someone from marketing speak to you.
Yes.
As luck would have it, the producer of each one of the games I presented are in the Konami booth this week. Please feel free to ask them the hard questions that marketing
So you're
never
still
answers.
screwed today for the rest of the
And
presentation.
now for our next presentation.
That look of shame as he walked away.
Greetings, everyone. Thanks for coming out. Glad to have you all here today to share with us on the official announcement for the next Silent Hill game.
Oh,
I'm
baby.
Devin
This one I've
Chatsky,
heard of.
producer of the game, and I'm joined here today by Brian Gomez, design director at Vatra Games, the development studio attached to the project. As you all know, Silent Hill has been a premier franchise for Konami for the past decade, since its debut back in 1999 on the original PlayStation.
Awesome they
And
got
since then,
Jason Lee
we've
for
seen
this, though. That's
Silent
really
Hill
cool.
take many different approaches to game design, visual presentation, mechanics, and most importantly, the frightening nature of the game that has contributed to its longevity. We want to share more about the next Silent Hill with all of you, and I'll let Brian give you a quick glimpse into how we plan to make the next
Downpour?
Silent Hill unlike all others before it.
No, this is
while
before
pushing the
Downpour.
envelope of what Silent Hill has been known for.
Book of Memories?
Silent Hill has helped shape what horror games are meant
Homecoming?
to be. So we're borrowing influences
Are there
from
that
what
many in the 360 era?
successfully executed in the
think
past.
there's only the one
disturbing
Downpour,
creatures,
like,
the mind-boggling
for a big one.
and mind-bending
For them.
psychology that transports players to an alternative nightmare world. And in the process, we're evolving our core combat in a logical direction as opposed to just increasing it as we did in Homecoming or removing it altogether as in Shattered Memories. But most importantly, we're staying true to the key elements
The Cosmic
of terror
Fly
and
says,
that
"He's so
feeling
damn
of
close.
helplessness
Please,
and
sir,
dread
back up."
that drench you
He
in
wa-
this atmospheric experience.
Looked like
of
he is
Silent Hill.
right on him.
So now we're proud to present a
Scarier
glimpse
than
of what's to come
Silent
for the
Hill
next
itself.
Silent Hill,
Creepy.
coming to Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 in 2011.
Oh, the energy.
Oof.
Wait, somebody else is showing up in this photograph of this single guy giving his speeching. This is looking like a downpour, Hanson, not to
Yeah,
speak too
maybe.
soon.
Maybe it just took a while to make. 'Cause I remember Tim Turi went to Croatia for a preview for this, but yeah, it just was a long time in the making.
Wow. Hey, cool trip.
There he is. There's your boy. People in the chat are very excited to see a new Silent Hill game finally being revealed on Twitch here. What a bummer. What a bummer of a franchise this is.
Is it just as done as anything else from Konami right now?
I think so. I mean, there's constant rumors about like
Just where were you planning on going?
them partnering with an
Something's turned
external
into a
team,
friggin'
but
mess.
I don't think they care enough.
don't go there. That's Silent Hill, man.
Isn't it weird that Resident Evil 7 and 8 just got all of the hype that PT and Silent Hills built up? Like
Yeah.
they were just... Actually, that hype is for us now.
And it worked, yeah.
Yeah, and those games are great.
Yeah, it's such an easy formula that Silent Hill could have done because it's like the town can change every time. It's just a creepy town.
Yeah.
You're just exploring a creepy town. It's
evergreen.
They could have done that forever. Dollface says he's running to the pachinko machines.
Careful, buddy. The Silent Hill you're working with here.
Do you think that fog in the flashlight made it to the final release?
Not looking like that. Leo, had an idea for a play a while ago that I still want to do somehow when I become a playwright, you know? Wouldn't it be fun to have a play that was like a horror play? and maybe like for a crowd of 50 people, and there was no lighting, and you just gave everybody in the crowd one flashlight, and they could just point it wherever they wanted to. Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
Okay.
Have to make sure the performers don't have to look out in the crowd's direction at any point.
Oh God, no! I mean, it wouldn't be more blinding than stage lights, right?
I guess that's true.
You would
Maybe.
definitely have to find the right flashlight, though, because if
Yes.
it was powerful enough at all, like 50 flashlights would have the entire place lit up.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Maybe you give it to like 5 people, like randomly or something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Okay. Jawarhello says, Hanson, please perform this play at the next MinnMax meetup. Okay. Yeah, we're going to keep having MinnMax meetups once everybody's vaccinated and safe and ready to go, just so I can start debuting my theatrical efforts. So please look forward to that.
And the thing is, you guys have to like them.
Yeah. Yep. We know how to boot you from the Patreon, maybe, so just keep that in mind.
Right.
Also, Jeff, will you fund this flashlight play?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
You buy the flashlights.
Order the flashlights tonight.
Oh, that bus was coming right for it.
That was just a scary dream. He ain't even been in Silent Hill yet.
All right. Look, the crowd's actually into that.
Because they're
So as you
starved
guys can
for
see,
anything.
we have plenty of surprises waiting in the shadows for this next Silent Hill, and one of which you just heard a little bit of, the music from our new composer, Dan Licht, who you may recognize from the hit Showtime series Dexter, as well as his work on the Hellraiser and Children of the Corn series. Dan's music is just one of the ways we're moving forward.
Is he like putting on a spooky tone, or is this just his natural vibe?
So stay tuned.
Spooky
as we reveal
face?
more of the completely new chapter in the Silent Hill story that has been haunting our world and will be sure to haunt yours as well. Thanks. Have a great E3, everyone.
Is that a
Back
threat?
to our next presenter.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
This press conference rocks. This is as good as I hoped it would be.
Tell me, are you okay?
I'm good, Shinto.
Camera okay? Hello, everybody. It's great for me to be here.
Hey, that's the
See you
Luchador
all,
guy.
And present
Or
our
no, it
title
was the
for
dancing
you.
guy, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
I am Shinto
He just
Nojiri.
put a
The tall
weird
dancing
glossy
guy
coat
dressed
on?
as Neo.
And
First, we'll save any explanations for later, right, Shinto?
yes. Yes, please see our trailer, please.
There we go.
There you go.
What was that? Oh my God. Hello,
This one
Gamer
explains
Freak.
itself.
I ever tell you what happened in France?
Can we just get there without hearing another funny story?
I couldn't believe it.
Here we go.
They mistook me for that fat king, Louis XVI.
I know, Bryce. Everyone knows.
At first, I thought, great. They told me all I had to do was wear gorgeous clothes and drink with the king, and I'd get paid. But I was too young to see what was going on.
Funny.
Before I knew it, these crazy farmers rush in and try and capture me. And then what the hell do you think Louis XVI said? That's really, really funny.
We're almost there.
Subtle.
I recommend you quit that funny story.
You know, the guillotine isn't just about getting hurt. It's that sense of anticipation.
His head fell off.
It's good.
Video games are bad because when you want to make a shot that pushes in past a woman's ass, you don't have to have an actual woman there to make you feel guilt about it.
Oh,
My
interesting.
story was just getting interesting.
That's how I define most of Hollywood. Is they're all a pretty guilty lot.
For sure.
The 2 cursors on screen.
One for each gun. That's a weird idea.
Is that how dual wielding would work in real life?
I assume you'd be aiming both guns at the same spot, but I guess I've never dual weld.
I guess you could. You could shoot at 2 different people, right?
Well, yeah.
When I dual wield, I normally
see
spin
my
around
right
and get all
arm
kinds of
around
different
here?
guys on different sides.
Interesting. They're trying to attack your girl?
Yeah, right.
Helgeson
And a lot
rated,
of doves keep coming at me. I've got a blast.
Helgeson rated that one a 4, and his headline was a bloody mess.
Cute. Host of Crossfade, our dueling album review podcast. Check it out on your favorite podcast app.
This UIP by Konami.
You know.
Is,
Neither of you have been on Crossfade yet. Have you thought about what album you'd pick for Matt Helgeson to check out?
And I'm staying in Oxford and working with
That'd be fun.
As a producer and also
Jeff, would you be interested in doing Crossfade at some point?
Hey Tommy, please introduce
Maybe at some
yourself.
point. I don't know.
Great. Ringing endorsement for our podcast.
No. I mean, it's just a very intimidating position because I don't have the vernacular to speak competently about music.
Yeah, I don't either. I've just hosted several podcasts about music.
I know, and it's been frankly embarraring every time you've been on.
That's true. Thanks for the big sub, Jow84. Appreciate it. Oh, what?
What are you doing? It's strictly confidential that we have a real model for this title. Put it back. Put it back. So sorry.
That's why he had the coat.
That was good.
This is fun.
Thank you. Please keep this secret, even if you have any friend working for some press. And hey, Tommy, you have some announcement for this title.
Yeah, got my head back in place.
Tommy, it is incorrect.
Oh, sorry.
What?
So, if you guys have any interest or questions about NeverDead,
what was that
exchange?
exchange?
Ask me, the USPR team, or for Shinta at the Konami booth. Also, we want to say thank you very much for coming today. I hope you have a great rest of E3. And also, don't forget to check our website or Facebook page for any updates on NeverDead. Thank you all for coming today. And now for our next presentation.
Thank you. See ya.
More magic tricks.
He did a little too much thank you for coming today for half an hour still being left.
Could they have rigged that up to do that joke with, just like a normal shirt? Did they just buy that's a jacket that they bought from a magic store, and so he had to look like he was dressed like an idiot for it?
Maybe.
That is the most.
Because it would have been more effective if it was just he's wearing a normal shirt and then he did this amazing magic trick.
Or have him come out in it earlier when he comes out. So
Right.
This is this dude's outfit.
Right. Okay, here we go.
That's another one for your editing, Hanson.
Okay.
Hard to dance in.
He's just sweating profusely in that stupid coat. Was this the reveal trailer? No, because they had it in the little preview thing, right? Seeing a Kojima trailer in the sea of other Konami trailers is just night and day. Hell yeah. No. Did you play this game, Leo?
No, I bet I would like it.
You would, yeah. It's also
demo at some point.
Pretty short. Maybe 4 to 5 hours. I've played it twice, and it is very silly and fun.
It'd be a good one for me to stream.
Ah, it's a good point, yeah. In the first level, he throws a Metal Gear ray just to give you a sense of the tone. Lightning bolt action.
Why?
Hell yeah.
Can you do that in the final game?
No. There's a lot of slicing things, but it's not as loose as these early demos. I think you can do stuff like that. I think you could probably take a car out, but certainly not a whole balcony.
This looks awesome.
I mean, there's still a lot of slicing things in the game. It's good, just not quite as good as that made it seem.
Yeah.
That's such a satisfying way to end a trailer. Smaller and smaller bits.
Surprised they didn't bring out a watermelon at the presentation, though.
Cut your way.
I would have cut most of this press conference.
Cut this watermelon for 20 minutes.
I'm sorry, I'll do the presentation in Japanese today.
Thank God.
As someone might have saw, Mr. Kojima has passed me the torch for this project.
Someone might have saw.
松山と、ディレクターの、峯志木村です。
So I am the producer, Shigenobu Matsuyama, and beside me is the director, Mineshi Kimura.
トレーラー、どうでしたか?
With Beyblade action being hotter than ever, we felt more pressure than before to really
Thank
deliver
you.
some content.
What are they doing?
トレーラーの中に残脱という言葉が出てきましたが、
In the trailer, you saw the concept word zandatsu.
この言葉は、ライジングのために作った、コンセプト、造語です。
It's actually a made-up word, specially created for this project.
Yeah, it is weird that they couldn't get Kojima at a Konami press conference to like give it any sense of grandiosity.
So you saw in the trailer that Raiden had pulled out kind of a guts from the cyborg.
Smithy notes that the translator is now head of communications at Koji Pro. That's interesting.
We call it in our development studio a kind of a stomach battery, actually, that what he pulled out.
エネルギー、電気、エネルギーを、吸収している。
Kojima's just
This is
laughing
exactly
backstage.
the kind of thing we need to know about this game
He
at
actually
an E3
absorbed
press
the
conference.
energy from
Stomach
that.
battery.
残脱、奪え
The cutting is a good thing to lead
具体
with and get
的には
people talking
その
about.
他にも、例えば
Stomach battery is not as necessary.
You leave that for the subhead.
So you could take from a cyborg or a mech.
ライフや、先ほどのエネルギー。
This is the problem with so many videos, Leo. I feel like you just want to stop every once in a while and just remind people when they're on camera, like, it's okay to have fun right now.
Ammunition.
You can drum up fun within yourself if you need to. What is it with people? What's wrong with these people, Jeff?
Information.
And Leo.
このようにしてゲームを進めていくわけですが、
Burnout.
Crunch Studios.
Yeah.
他の、これまでの斬撃ゲームと、違う点として、
Right.
This is kind of how you proceed in the game, but what's so different about other action games is
様々な、奪う目的に応じて、
You can do the full sentence because you're just
you
reading
have
it
to
off a
really
teleprompter
strategize
anyway.
what you take.
正確に
It's
狙
kind of
い
a
を
series
定
of
めて、
cliffhangers, though. It's an interesting strategy.
And you have to really aim an angle where you want to cut.
他の、刀の斬撃ゲームにはない、一歩
Will
踏み
the
込んだ
director say
ゲーム
anything?
性となっています。
So it's a little bit one step further
the guy in
than
the
the
back?
normal,
Yeah.
you know, sword action games that in the market today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll throw something in at the end. Oh, there we go.
はじめまして、ディレクターの木村です。私の方からもう少し、ゲームの詳細についてお話しさせていただきたいと思います。
Nice to meet you. I'm Kimura, the director, and I would like to explain a little bit more of the inside of the game.
はい、今紹介になりました、残
The
脱という
stomach
ゲー
battery
ム
of
コ
the
ンセ
game,
プ
if you
ト、
will.
これを実現するにあたって、自由
Oh,
切
he's
断
now at
と
Kojima
いう
Productions.
技術的なテーマを掲げています。
We made the tech team made a kind of a concept internally of cut
RJ
at
Bear
will
says the weird
in
thing
order
about
to
this is that
achieve
Kojima
the
was at
Zandatsu
E3
concept.
2010. I think he was
ト
at
レーラーでも分
Microsoft's
かりますよう
conference.
に、
Really?
どのような位置
I'm sure he had seen previous Konami press conferences and was like, I'm not waiting around 2 hours for
So
that
as you saw
crap.
in the trailer, you
Yeah.
could actually
I'm gonna come
cut
out right after the
wherever
guy
you
who like
want
pulled
and
his head
also
off.
at an angle that you aim.
You're gonna make me
あく
wait
ま
for
で
that?
自由に切ることもできますし、あるいは、吸い限りトレーラーの中でやっていたように。
I mean, it is weird how he was like too big for Konami, you know, well before his contract
Well,
was.
you could cut anywhere you want
absolutely.
and destroy, but as you saw in the trailer, the watermelon part, you could actually aim how much you want to cut as well.
あるいは、殺すために切る、あるいは殺さないように切るということもできます。
Wikipedia says Kimura was the
And that
director of
leaves
the
you the
original
freedom of
prequel
you could
version of
actually
Metal Gear
kill your
Solid 4,
opponent,
Metal Gear
or
Solid
you
Rising,
could cut
before it was canceled
without
and turned
killing
into
your
a
opponent.
sequel.
何をどう切るか
I
は
didn't realize that
明示したい
Metal Gear
That's what I mean
Rising
when you
before it
have
was
cut at will, and
Revengeance
it's really
was a
up to the
prequel
player
to
how
4.
you cut.
That's really weird.
で操作性に関しては今なおいろいろと試行錯誤
Also, he went on to be the art manager for Metal Gear
ただこれに慣れて
Survive,
くると
apparently before joining
ものを真っ二つに両断す
Kojima
るって
Productions.
いう今までにない
Interesting.
全く新しい、操
Oh, wait,
作
maybe he
感
didn't make the
気持ち
jump
の
over
操
there.
作
You know
感
what?
になって
Never
ま
mind.
す。
Well, we're
I'll
working
Google
on
this
the
later.
control part and how it works, but I assure you that when you get used to this system, I want to make it so that you'll have fun just cutting and cutting.
はい、そして、ステルスとアクションについて、ですね。
Do you think I'll have more fun streaming this or Metal Gear Survive?
というのはあります。
Oh,
now let me
this
talk
by
about
far.
the stealth and action in the game. Of course, MGS
I mean, do you like
Rising
stylish
will
action
have
games?
Stealth elements.
ただし、
Occasionally.
従来のようなステルスとはちょっと違って、ライデンならではのスピードを生かしたようなステルスになります。
But it's not like the stealth that you experienced in the past MGS series before. I'm going to utilize Raiden's ability and have a little bit more speed up stealth.
ですので、スネークのように、腰痛にも悩ませる必要はありません。
So you don't have to worry about back problems like Snake had in the past.
はい、そしてさらに、サイボーグとかしたライデンの身体能力、機動力というのを生かして、より高さを生かしたようなステルス
Get to the lightning bolt action.
And I want to
that were
implement a kind of a height stealth because of Raiden's ability of his acrobatic
Andy Dante
abilities.
Gameplay asked, "Did I miss the dude staring deeply of that dude's head?"
Yes,
yes,
you
you
did.
did.
Aaron J. Bear says, did some digging and found it even weirder. Kojima presented the first Metal Gear Rising reveal from Microsoft's press conference at this E3. Okay, so then this was after that for like the deeper dive, and Kojima didn't want to debut it twice, apparently. That's interesting.
So, making it fast and with height and speed with Raiden's ability, I want to make this stealth a little different, almost like a hunting stealth.
Hunting stealth.
そしてアクションに関して、これはまあ、説明が不要かと思いますが、
Well, then you won't like the game. I feel like they stripped all the stealth out of there completely. So.
サブウェポンなどを駆使したアクションバトルゲームになります。
So for the action part, no need to explain. He'll use his blade, of course, but he will also have his
Jawarhello
sub-weapons
wants to know
as well.
What can you cut?
Just tell us. Jawarhello wants to know how many people in the audience are asleep right now.
Probably 3.
Yeah,
And
I think
what I'm
so
trying
around
to
there.
achieve is, I think you saw the trailer of MGS4 where Raiden
That's fun to
appeared
think
and
about.
did his great moves.
Because you know
I'm
they're
trying to
all out
achieve that
drinking
kind of speed
super
action.
late the night before. They just did not sign up for this.
最後に、
Yeah.
ストーリーの話を
Other than the fact that they signed up to go to this press
Lastly,
conference.
I gotta tell a little bit about the story.
ライジングは、MGS2 と、MGS4 の、間の、話となります。
So
Is this not even the
the
last
story
game they're
will be
showing, or
between
do we still have 15 more
MGS2
minutes of them
and
talking about it?
MGS4.
I don't know.
あと、トレーラーでちょっとライデンが変な、様子に感じた方も、いらっしゃると思いますが、
And I think you kind of felt awkward watching Raiden in the trailer, actually.
あれはどうなってしまったのかというところと、あと最後に、どのように MGS4 のライデンになっていったかと、この辺を描いていきます。
Why did he become Raiden, as you saw in the trailer today? And I would like to draw up to the Raiden that we all know in MGS4.
And the nude Raiden from MGS2.
ストーリーの話は、まあ、今日は、これぐらいしか、喋れないんですけども。
Well, I won't talk any more about the story because I'm not allowed at this moment today.
Oh my god.
とにかくですね、メタルギアソリッドライジングは、これまでにない、刀のアクションゲームになります。
MGS Rising, I will assure it will be something different, totally new experience that you'll have with the sword.
刀本来の、ステルス性。
Jeff, how much of the Japanese can you
actual
understand?
stealthness of the katana, the sword.
A little bit.
Like
you just said that it's not going to be an action game, and it feels like
And
the
the strength,
translator
not
just
even
said something completely
losing
different.
to a
Oh,
gun.
interesting. There
I
you
may
go.
be wrong. So
そしてその恐ろしさを、表現していきます。
And I want to express the fear or the power you have with this blade in this game.
あと、やっぱり主人公のライデン、ライデンの魅力をさらなる向上を
When we had
実現する、
Suda51 at Game
作品にして
Informer for
いきま
the
す。
Killer
And what I
7
want to
Super
do
Replay, I
is
had to
raise
make
the popularity of Raiden even
a
more.
tough choice of like, do we cut out the translation? 'Cause
Right.
it's weird to not really hear Suda51 speak when
Yes.
he's on.
Yes.
But he had a translator relaying everything. And I think I left him talking for like a couple things, but I cut out all the translation and it made it like 15 minutes shorter and way more watchable as an English speaker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough call because there's some personality that comes through them actually saying it, and so there's
sure.
probably a sliver of Japanese speakers that would want to hear it. Good God.
Yeah, ideally should have had like both versions probably.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about this weird multiplayer Castlevania. I think it's like XBLA exclusive. Oh my God.
Wow. That's interesting. That makes sense. I'm sure Symphony of the Night was gangbusters on Xbox Live Arcade.
Yeah. I don't know how this one reviewed. Does anyone want to look that up for us? Harmony of Despair.
They just had people sit through 15 minutes of talking about that Metal Gear and then they didn't show anything else about it. It was just
the one trailer up top where you got, well, they went out there to talk to explain that they couldn't explain more, but that you will be cutting things in the game.
Right.
Hello everyone, it's been a while. My name is Iga.
Welcome.
ありがとう。Thank you. まあメタルギアの後にちょっと失礼させていただきますが、ちょっと休憩した気分で
68 at Metacritic says Jawarhello.
紹介をさせていただき
That's
た
a
いと
shame,
思いま
Iga.
す。
Metal Gear Solid Rising looked amazing, didn't it? Just wanted to give you guys a short break and present to you a new 2D classic video game.
Wait, the break is your presentation?
マイクロソフトよりですね、サバームアーケードとのタイトルとして、
Didn't want to do two cool things in a row.
もうすでに見られている方もいるかと思います。
Yes, Samarico says, that's the guy from Bloodstained? Wow, how'd they get him?
I believe some of you have seen it already on our booth.
今回のキャッスルバニアはですね、シリーズ初のマルチアクションです。
This will be the first multiplayer action game for the Castlevania franchise.
しかしですけれども、このゲームのコンセプトはマルチだけではありません。キャッスルバニアの超
A real highlight experience where we went to a Japanese bar with like the 8-4 folks, the localization team.
But multiplayer is not the only new
we were in
feature
Japan
of
with
this game.
Tim,
Another key
and
concept of the game
Iga was
is
there, so we just got to
Donner.
drink all
I
night with
wondered
this
how to
guy.
look if
And I
I
believe he
could
wore his cowboy hat
play
in the
the
bar
entire
too,
HD
and Tim was
screen
just
with,
like
beautiful
over the
Castlevania
frickin' moon
Donner.
because he's
That's
such a
how I came
huge
up with the
Castlevania
concept.
fan. It was very fun to see him geek
こ
out.
のハイデフの画面にいっぱいに広がるですね、この魂を一点一点魂を込めたドットなんですけれども、単純計算で背景だけなんですけど1面あたり1000万ドット以上です。通りです。まあ素晴らしい画面が出来上がるというわけですね。
The entire HD screen is filled with over 10 million dots per screen. That's why it looks so amazing.
Okay, there was an exact answer to my question from earlier about the pixels. That's amazing.
ただですね、この広大なマップがすべてつながっております。簡単に言うと、こう部屋を無視してこう襲ってくる敵だったりとか、部屋を無視してこの追っかけてくる敵だったりとかいますので、新しい戦略が必要となってきます。
The gameplay is a familiar exploration-based
You don't know what it
level
means,
clearing
but
that
you
you
know
guys
in
are
your
all
heart
used
that it
to.
makes you want
The
to play
different
more,
areas on the
right?
map also connect.
True.
So enemies can actually follow you from
Apparently this game, according to Super Nintendo, is playable on Xbox Series X and Xbox One.
まあここにですね、さらにマルチのこう遊びが加わってきます。それですけれども、まあそれだけではなくて、実際にですね、お互いに攻撃し合えるモードも用意してあります。
As I explained earlier, this is the first multiplayer game for the franchise. You can play in co-op mode or also survival mode, which is basically you can fight against other players.
Ooh, I smell a new show
登場するキャラクターはですね、個性的な5名を用意しています。そしてこれは売れ行きにもよるんですけれども、こう増える可能性もあります。
Currently, there will be 5 playable characters. You've seen them in the trailer. We might add more if the game sells well.
もしかしたらですね、ステージも増えるかもしれません。まあこれはお客様次第です。
We might add more stages, but again, that all depends on you guys.
Look, he's already crowdfunding in a way.
So please help promote this game.
Please help promote this game.
Dear press, do your job.
遊びを提供する作品としてご紹介しました。会場にありますので、まだ遊んでない方はぜひ遊んでいってみてください。
So Castlevania Harmony of Despair will bring new 2D gameplay to all of you. I hope you enjoy and go to our booth and play it when you can.
でも皆さん、まあキャスルバニアというこの IP はですね、2D だけやってればいいというわけではないですよね。
We all know Castlevania IP can't just stay on 2D forever, right?
このフランチャイズを盛り上げるためにデイブとマーキュリースティームがやってくれました。
And Dave Cox and Mercury's team have done a great job on another Castlevania title.
皆さんはもう知っているタイトルですけれども。
You probably all know which title I'm talking about, right?
では紹介します。キャスルバニアロード・オブ・シャドウプロデューサーのデイブ・コックスです。
Thank you very much. I'd like to now pass it over to Mr. David Cox, the producer of Castlevania Lords of Shadow.
Thank you, Iga-san. Good afternoon. My name is Dave Cox, and I'm the producer of Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I'm really pleased and excited to be with you here for this year's E3 show. You know, in days of old, storytellers would huddle around the campfire, reciting deeds and favourite tales to those eagerly assembled, and each storyteller would give their own unique spin on the tried and trusted crowd pleasers. This is kind of what we're doing. We're showing a different interpretation of the story and the world, and giving it our own unique spin. Enric Alvarez and his team at Mercury Steam have been creating something worthy of the Castlevania heritage over there in Madrid, in Spain.
Over there.
This game is going to be a thrilling entry into the pantheon of the mythology for fans and newcomers alike. This game pays respect
Jeff,
and
are you a
homage to a
Castlevania
series
guy?
that is over 25 years old, often
Not particularly,
copied, but
no.
never equaled.
Yeah.
It's really
I
thrilling
always
to be able
felt
to
like
show
I should,
you a brand
I
new
should have
cinematic
played
trailer
the
for the
later
game,
two,
which
you know,
further
like when the
highlights
2D games got good, past like the the old NES ones, but I never did. But they're, I mean, and that's when they got, you know, Metroid-like.
Right,
correct?
right. Yeah, I mean, as somebody
But
who loves Super Metroid so much, that's insane that you haven't played Symphony of the Night. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just what platforms they were coming out on back then.
Right, right.
So-
Well, there's probably something that can play it now. Symphony of the Night's, yeah, that's on Xbox, right? So,
yeah.
All right. Whenever you get your
I should
streaming
do
set
that.
up, Jeffem.
I should do it.
There we go.
And I hope a taster of what is to come on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 later this fall. Thanks once again for sharing your time with us. We remain focused on our goal as we
Anytime,
finish off
man.
the development of the game.
Come
with
back.
clear
Anytime, any
intent,
place. We will
bringing
be there.
gamers across the globe a fantastic Castlevania experience unlike any other. Have a great E3. Thank you for your support, everyone, and please enjoy the new trailer.
Thank you, sir. Please enjoy the booming audio of this new trailer.
Was it the Lords of Shadow 2 review we kept out at Game Informer
Yes.
magazine?
'Cause
That
it-
was my favorite thing to show anybody whenever I gave a tour of that place.
Because they sent a big statue of Dracula from Lords of Shadow 2 looking all scary and kind of looking down, and then we ended up giving the game a 6, and so we had the magazine with the review in it, and we put that like in his lap like he was looking at it. Great joke.
Despair.
Times without hope.
So good.
Soon, the destiny of every living being will be in the palm of your hand.
They talk of a prophecy. The power of the Lords of Shadow is the key.
You think you can bring someone back from the dead, don't you? Someone you love.
Die, Belmont!
I've always been confused about Kojima's role with these. He just produced them, but I don't remember seeing any interviews where they actually talked about like how hands-on he was and stuff. I don't know, it was just like him lending his name to it, but people love these games. Well, the first one.
I played the drums.
Oh, okay.
What is the Castlevania Netflix series based on?
Castlevania
What
3.
arc? Okay.
Which is odd. I think it might have moved beyond 3 at this point, but that's what it was originally, I believe. It's just a big old hammer. Smithy says he just finished season 4 of that show, and it's very, very good. Yeah, it's interesting. Both Kyle and Cyril were in the same camp, Smithy. And they're like, we need to talk about it on the podcast this week, on the MinnMax Show podcast this week. So I think they'll be on to talk about it. There we go.
Stewart.
Zobek himself.
It's funny when they have, you know, one actor they want you to know is in the game, so they act like they need to say the name of every actor in the game.
Right, yes, exactly.
A force so powerful
They got
that
Fergie.
reason
Casual.
becomes blind to it. Poor Carmilla. You will cry bloody tears before this night has ended.
Mother doesn't like
Eve Karpf.
but I'll show you where she is.
if you play.
She's kind of like the Lady Dimitrescu of her day.
People just call her Lady D if you want to cop out, Hanson.
Yeah, I desperately do. Thanks, man.
I just call her ma'am.
The mask is a powerful device.
Can it really bring the dead back?
You are betrayed. There is no resurrection.
A little Danny Elfman vibes picking up.
Living death you see before you.
That's cool looking. I haven't seen this.
Lords of Shadow?
There it is.
Realize it's a trap.
I know, but still, I must go.
And that, there we go, in association with.
Oh, question answered.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Now I'd like
You're
to bring
welcome.
back to the stage the President of Konami Digital Entertainment America,
Digital.
Mr. Shinji Hirano. Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Did you have a good time this evening?
So before we wrap up, just one more note. You may have heard the news, but I'm happy to confirm that Konami also have a 5 core franchise title currently planning for Nintendo 3DS. Pro Evolution Soccer, Contra, Frogger, Baseball, and of course Metal Gear Solid.
Baseball?
We will have more announcements coming soon, so stay tuned. Okay, that concludes our E3 press conference. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the presentation.
If they
Thank
put
you.
the prompter in front of the podium, it wouldn't be in the shot, and he would be looking forward.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But then they need like a second, smaller stage. You understand. It's practically impossible. And that's why no one's pulled it off. That was a journey, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us. Jeffem, how do you feel at the end of this?
You know, right before I came on, my wife got banh mi sandwiches, and she said, "Hey, do you want to eat this before you go in and film?" And I said, "No, it's just an hour. I'll eat it afterwards." And I've been thinking about that sandwich for the past 2.5 hours.
Oh boy! Thanks so much, everybody, for voting for E3 Memories to come back over with New Show Plus, and that's at patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. Thanks for following us on Twitch, twitch.tv/MinnMax Show. Stay tuned for our streams later this week. We got Sarah Pazorski streaming Resident Evil Village, and Leo streaming something on Thursday. Maybe Metal Gear Revengeance, but it's his call. He'll talk about it in the Discord, which you get access to if you support us at any tier. We also have Trivia Tower, our fun trivia show. Greg Miller was the guest host, so you can check that out on our YouTube channel. Any help sharing it is appreciated. Cool. Thanks so much, everybody. Leo or Jeff, do you have any wise words before we sign off?
Reflect on this stream as we go into this year's E3 and just think about how good we have it.
Yes, we're all spoiled. Even though we can't physically be there, we're still spoiled with just the honor of looking at a snappy press conference with Greg Miller at the front of it. That's going to be as good as we get it, people.
All right.
Cool. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye. Every week, we let Patreon supporters choose which new show we create with New Show Plus. Should we create another episode of the show you just watched? Check out the biggest new game release? Get into Sea of Thieves? Create an exercise show? It is your call. So thanks to everybody who subscribes on YouTube or supports us over on Patreon. MinnMax exists because of you. As always, if you enjoy MinnMax content, any help telling a friend is appreciated.